All right, folks. Little briefly here, just want to give you a little heads up on some of the things that I got going on in your personal life. A little update here. I started my new job 2 days ago, Friday. It's pretty much I'm looking at this as my retirement job. It's the job that my last job I'm gonna have as long until it's the last job I'm gonna have until I absolutely have to retire, whether it be years, 1, 2, 3, 10, 15 years down the road. It's a janitorial job at a school. I work 3 to 11:30. But the problem I'm having is that I can ride public transportation there without an issue and get there on time. But at 11 o'clock, I gotta walk home to this, which is an hour walk. And with me now being over, I haven't paid this month's rent. And with next month's rent due in 5 days, well, let's see, in a week and 3 days, I'm screwed. I need $1,800. Well, let's see. Let's do the math real quick. Let me bring up a calculator here. I'm about $900 in arrear just now because of the late fees of this past month, plus $735. I'm looking at I need at least $1,600 just to stay in this goddamn apartment. And what's worse is I can't even find an apartment close to work. And if I did, it would be a little bit more, a little bit more a month, but still convenient. I'd rather walk 10 minutes or 10 minutes to a half hour than an entire freaking hour after working 8 hours, if you sprechen my Deutsch. And so I'm been sitting here racking my brain, feeling really freaking horrible. Not just because of the situation and the housing situation and the looming crisis, the looming homelessness of it all, but even I have links in my Twitter profile for Cashapp, for Venmo, and for PayPal. I'm not going through the fucking GoFundMe shit again. No more. And it's getting to the point where I don't even want to freaking hook and whore myself out for fucking donations anymore. That's getting fucking old. It's getting to the point where now that my rent was paid twice since leaving Culver's, contributors paid 1 month's rent to this place, saved me for 1 month of losing a fucking eviction. It's getting to the point where this is just not worth keeping anymore. It's not economically viable. I need to find a place that's closer, but here's the issue is I'm so deep in the goddamn hole that I would actually need to pay rent here and clear that out and get my darn eviction cleared up and then pay the deposit on the new fucking place. And it's just impossible. And I'm making, well, I'm making decent money at this job. It's just not enough and enough time. Since I only started 2 days ago, my first check will only be for a week and 1 day. So I'm going to be, let's see, my first full check won't be until October 21st, I believe. Yeah, October 21st, I think. I'm just beside myself. I can't, if you want to contribute to Venmo, to my freaking PayPal, even though I expressly say don't fucking, see what I mean? I'm just torn. I'm torn in two and I'm beside my fucking self. Because, and I forgot to mention, I'm on the hook. I'm on the hook from the bed bugs I got from fucking neighbors. I've been here 7 years. I've outlasted every goddamn neighbor on either side of me. But I got the bed bugs from them. Somehow, some way, I got the bed bugs, but I'll be paying for them. So with that, going on, I'm pretty much not even worried about Togonzo Media. I'm going to try to do one final show of a corrupted poll show today. I hope I get through it. I still have to go down to, I got to walk down to my bank, and I got $80 in my freaking name. So I got to pull out at least $10 so I can ride the bus. At least ride the bus to work and then walk my fucking happy ass home. And I'd be home by midnight if I was to walk, but that's if I walk at 3 miles per hour. I could be sitting here hobbling. I don't know. I'm actually sore now. So anyway, what the issue with Togonzo Media is, I'm going to be changing. It's getting to the point where I cannot even stand doing political commentary anymore. It does absolutely nothing for me. You probably figured it out by my lack of content. I sit in this chair and I'll sit on the couch and I try to find stuff on the news and YouTube and Twitter, and nothing freaking jumps out that says, dude, do a show about this. Nothing. I'm just sick of it all. And even if I do find a few topics to squeeze out a half hour to an hour show, afterwards I don't get anything out of it. I feel the same as I did when I went into it. I'm just going through the fucking motions. It's just I'm apathetic about the whole goddamn thing, and it's mainly because nothing's goddamn changed. Nothing's fucking changed, and it just convinces me that you got the Jake Hugers and the Anna Kasparians and the freaking goddamn clown boat urinal cake. What the hell is his goddamn fucking name? Sorotas of the world, telling us they want people like me. They want the poor white, black, brown underclass to get off their dead ass and do and scare the shit out of Washington. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. They're not going to come out of their air-conditioned goddamn home that isn't fucking foreclosed, homes that are not evicted. They're not going to fucking get off their dead ass and do anything. They want people like me, and they want people like Rome, and people on RBN. They want the underclasses to get off their dude ass and do the dirty work, so they don't have to, but they can benefit from everything that they can benefit for everything that happens after we raise enough hell and take it to the goddamn streets. They're looking for a fucking savior. They don't deserve to be saved. Certainly not by us. And that's what frosts my ass. And that's what makes my decision to scale down and put freaking the whole show away and just focus on 7-minute fucking rants every once in a blue moon with just my voice and the subject at hand. Slideshows. That's got to be the format. It's going to be called Togonzo Rant. And that'll eventually turn up in the coming days or weeks or months. It all depends on what's going to happen with my living situation. That's priority number one. Another thing is, since I don't really get anything out of this anymore, I'm going to start talking about shit that I enjoy talking about. I'm going to start talking about technology. I'm going to start talking about NVIDIA. I'm going to start talking about a man whose credibility is a heavier lift than the 4090 series graphics cards he's trying to foist on us by the end of the year. That's what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to start talking more about tech. I'm going to start talking more about gaming. I'm going to get away from the fucking political shit, and I'm going to get away from the fucking economic shit. It's doing nothing for me. It's just bringing me down. I sit on this couch and I fucking just feel so goddamn miserable. And I think, well, you're probably thinking that's what they want you to do. They want you to freaking detach. They want you to bail out and be hopeless. And I'm like, that's easy. That's easy. Get 3 or 4 fucking evictions on your ass. You know, that's the fucking easy part. But you know, there's also the issue where I'll I'll turn on if you hear anything in the background, I've got Linus Media Group going on. I've got a stream of the WAN show going on. So if you hear, a familiar freaking Canadian voice bitch and moan about, about shit, that's Linus. But usually I stream content on my I can't move my camera, but I stream all the things that I want to watch. On my TV through YouTube, and I sit on the couch. That's how I consume. That's how I catch up on Jimmy Dore and RBN and Savvy Sabs. I watch it all on my fucking couch. And I'm watching this shit. I get more enjoyment watching stuff like gaming retro spectacles and stuff like that. It's just, and when I watch some of your channels, when I watch some of my favorite YouTube commentators like Savvy and RBN and Jimmy Dore, and between that and Twitter, people are saying exactly what I would be saying. So is there a point for me to fucking chime in and, twiddle and, sit in this goddamn chair and... No. If somebody's already covered what I've got to say, there's no reason for me to come out and fucking chime in and say it. That's another reason why there hasn't been a lot of content coming from me. A lot of people with more, with a lot people with more time on my hands, more time on their hands, and people that get more out of this commentary and game. They've already chimed in. They've already chimed in with a view that's pretty damn close to mine. And I'm one of those people that think that if I can't add anything to the discussion, I just sit here and shut the fuck up. And there's no sense in me weighing in. And also, there's the converse is true. If something pisses me off so much that somebody beat me to it ranting, I won't chime in either. It's just a lot of my videos and a lot of my episodes of A Corrupted Pulse Show centered around shit that's astronomically crazy and so out there in corruption and idiocy that it's like a train wreck. I couldn't resist. That's why I cobbled up these damn shows. But I just don't. And I recently tried to do a live stream earlier when I did a live stream of my unemployment result. That freaking bombed. I sat here with a live stream for 15 minutes and had one person pop in for like 3 seconds. I just don't have the support whatsoever to keep doing this at the rate that I've been doing it. But I'm not a fishing man, so I'm not going fishing like Primo Radical does. No, well, if I'm going to fish, it's going to be like virtual. It's going to be on my freaking video game or whatever. So anyway, that's going to be the state of Togonzo Media going forward. Less content, less political content, less politics, less economics, less social commentary, except for the short little freaking 7-minute rants every once in a blue moon when I have to freaking raise hell. And then I'm going to start branching out, doing tech, doing emulation, because I used to be Bat Rastard when I contributed code to the Open PS2 loader, so I'm going to go get back into that. I'm not going to be any kind of active developing, but I'll still talk about it, because a lot of interesting things have been happening in PS3 homebrew and a lot in the gaming. And as I said, tech-wise, you got the 4090 series coming out. You got Ryzen 7000 coming out. You've got AMD's got a GPU coming out by the end of the year. There's a lot to talk about tech-wise that I want to talk about, and I'm still passionate about. I'm more passionate about that stuff, and I want to talk about gaming and stuff like that. I'm done. I'm pretty much done with the politics and the social commentary because let's face it. Look at my analytics. People ain't coming to me for this shit, so I'm gonna shut the fuck up about it. If they valued it, they would have fucking been here, right? Seriously. Isn't that a logical take? Doesn't that make sense? If people actually valued what I had to say about politics and economics, I'd have a lot more to show for it. Well, I don't. And so that's why it's going bye-bye. Except for the every once in a blue moon, a little bit, the rants here and there. One more episode of Corrupted Post Show before it's done and over with. I'm also going to try somehow, hopefully within the next 6 months, I just haven't found the time to do it, is to upload all 21 episodes of a Corrupted Kids Show. Once again, I'm going to try to get that up there because those are the only episodes that exist out of that podcast that lasted way beyond my 21 episodes. So I'm going to try to at least get that up there to get that archived because, technically, as I said before, we were independent media, even when we were doing that podcast. And now with independent media threatened, it's more important to put content out there. It's more important to me to get that stuff out there and archived and put it on there's no such thing as cloud. It's somebody else's computer. Get it out there so people can enjoy it years to come. So anyway, I'm going to go get something to drink, maybe get something to eat, maybe walk down to the bank, which is a half-hour walk there and a half-hour walk back, and then come back around here around 4 p.m. or so to squeeze out an episode of a Corrupted Pulse Show, the final one. And by God, I mean it. It'll be the final episode. I'm not doing any more. And then from there, we're going to transition over to the new format where I talk about things that I want to talk about. Things that don't drag me down and don't make me sit here and cry and make me wish things were better. And it's just, I don't want to, I'm tired. I'm so burnt out and wore out of my own plight and fighting this fight. I am exhausted. I am literally so exhausted that I have neuropathy from the neck all the way up to the top of my head. And it's fucking with my hearing. It's fucking with my blood pressure. I hear my blood pressure sometimes in my hearing. And I'm just so drained and exhausted, dehydrated. And have absolutely just, it's telling me, that my body's telling me, stop doing it. Shut it the fuck down. Shut it the fuck up. You did it for 1 freaking year, which is technically about a year and a half, I'd say. And nothing's really changed all that much. So anyway, that's the issue going forward. So we're going to have Togonzo Rant, Togonzo Tech, Togonzo Gaming, and I'm still going to eventually get around to that one project that I alluded to months earlier called It Still Gives You Goosebumps, where I react to classic rock and roll, classic music, and ask you the burning question: does it still give you goosebumps? So that's still all that content is still on the stove. It still interests me. I still want to do it, and I look forward to doing it. But after 5 o'clock today, I do not look forward at all to another episode of a Corrupted Pulse Show. That's it. Hate to say it, but them's the breaks. See you in a couple hours for that final episode. Thanks for sticking around. Those of you who do appreciate my content and those of you who have watched religiously since day one, thank you. And I hope you stick around for what's to come.